go. So just allow the very noticeable tension that we're carrying, right? This tension, just noticing it, allow it to soften around the face, the facial muscles, that we're hanging on to. Just let them all release, right? Just let all these facial muscles, the lines in the forehead, let the whole face relax a little bit, the jaw, right? Just noticing this tension, releasing a little bit. If we can just release a couple layers, it'll help tremendously, right? We get into practice of doing that, it'll help us tremendously. So just allow it, and then you can notice that it starts to go down to your neck. You can take your hands to your neck and help release some of that tension, work out a couple of those knots. You can come into a little bit more here, right? You can let it, but feel your shoulders even soften and get heavy. Allow the breath to get a little bit deeper. Just allow yourself to let all of this stuff be for a minute or two. We don't have to carry it all continuously. Let it be. Let your mind free just to breathe, to be with the breath. No matter what's going on, we can just give ourselves a couple minutes here. Let it go. Breathe. Welcome to Zenful Conversations. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you being here to practice together all these years. We're here in this community every single day, and we're in our 6th year every single day reading these messages. And we have come a long way, ladies, haven't we? We've done a lot of healing together. This year, the message we're reading is more of a practice, and that is the Book of Awakening. The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. You don't need to buy anything. We're here every single day, but it is a great book, I think, to have in your library. So I don't think there's anything wrong with getting it. The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. This New York Times bestseller is described as having the life you want by being present to the life you have. Mark's suggesting so far this year that we're missing out on a lot of life. The message we're offered for today, this day number 1891, is titled Work of the Worm. Work of the worm. What the worm eats feeds the root. The story is told by a member of the Ojibwe tribe that the Creator was having trouble keeping the world together when a little worm said he could help. The Creator paused, and the little worm spun its imperceptible silk, connecting all of creation with an unseeable web. The Creator's gift to the worm was to let it live forever, allowing that when the little worm enclosed itself in the unseeable web, it would after a time emerge with the thinnest wings full of color as a butterfly. The story tells us that everything in creation is connected, and that what holds it all together comes from the humble work of living on earth. Let's take a breath. We gotta let this message come in. The story tells us that the experience of eternity is possible if we immerse ourselves firsthand in the unseeable web of life. It tells us that if we still ourselves long enough within the web of all there is, we will eventually come to know the lightness of transformation. Humbly, like the little worm, it is in us to work our experience, our pain and frustration and confusion and wonder into threads of silk. And freely, it is in our realm of choice to first connect everything with our experience, and then to make a cocoon of those connections. And finally, we can enter that cocoon of experiential connection, the way a Native American sweats in his lodge, the way a yogi holds his third eye, the way a monk maintains his vow of silence, until we emerge wearing our deepest colors for everyone to see. Let's take a breath here. Take a breath here. A lot going on. Amazingly, the universe is held together by the unseeable threads of our own experience. And our reward for keeping the web of connection alive is that our spirit emerges through what is personal into the center of all being. And so, by being who we are suddenly enlivened, however briefly, into the web of all creation. No matter how important we imagine other things to be, it is each of us who holds things together in our small, humble way of working through the days with all that we have. This is the quiet miracle of spinning connection from our very humanness. This humble practice that no one can stop is the work of the worm. The past 2 days, 3 today, they were talking about the energy of being real and the practice of being real. The work of the worm. No matter how important we imagine others to be, it's each of us who holds things together. Let's take a pause here. Allow a deep breath to come in, let that clear, let it settle however it settles in us. And the meditation today says that when the chance presents itself, watch a loved one breathe in their sleep. And look upon them as you would a flower, with gratitude and wonder that they even exist. Watch quietly, and if you can, breathe in rhythm with their unconscious breath. Feel the air move between you both as you breathe. And know this human moment as a common silk that connects everything. The work of the worm. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for coming by. So, reminder that the women's workshop is this Friday. If you're available, this Friday, complete. It's not a workshop, it's a day retreat. It's a women's day retreat. There's a couple spaces left, and we'd love to have you. It's at Heartwood. Please visit zenfulconversations.com for more information, and thank you so much for being here. And deep and honest gratitude, ladies. Namaste. Namaste.